Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Easton, Pennsylvania. Koch 33 Toyota 2026s are starting to arrive in a regular pace now. So I figured we'd come out to Koch because they always have a good selection. So wanted to see what they had out here, and we'll return here again in about a month when the trucks really start coming in. But they do have a few nice ones. One I didn't expect to see. Ooh, look, 4Runners. Love that color. 4Runner. It's pretty early. I think it's like 7 a.m.-ish, so good morning. Thanks for being here, bright and early. Send, good morning to you. How are you? Walking on down to the Tundras. This is a gigantic lot if you've never been here. LJ, good morning, sir. How you doing? Leroy, how you doing? Good to see you. Jonathan, Charles, all the usual suspects in the house. Everybody up bright and early. Hopefully you're having a delicious cup of coffee. We're going to look at the Tundras down here today. I'm going to save the Tundras that are in the front of the building for tomorrow. Raphael, how you doing? MJ, hello. A lot of Tacomas here again. That seems to be the theme of the year. Erwin, what's up, buddy? Before you ask, Erwin, there's a couple nice builds up front that are Tacomas. We're in Koch 33 Toyota. Tom, what's going on, buddy? In the Poconos, I like it. You're not far. About another, I'd say hour and a half down the road. Let's see. Morning, Mr. Jan. Would they happen to have a Trail Hunter Tacoma? I didn't see one. These are all TRD Sports, TRD Off-Roads, and regular ones. Do you think Wavemaker will show up in 2026 or get moved to 2027 because of QC issues? I don't know. You know, it's one of those colors that when it came out, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like that. But I say that with every TRD Pro color, and then I see it in person, and I end up really liking it. But I know there's some kind of QC issue going on with the color, so hopefully they get that figured out and it comes out soon. I don't know if it'll be next year or a little later in this year. John, good morning. Don, how you doing? Jim, good morning. Okay, I want to show you guys a little something here. Any update on Toyota dealerships being able to install 3-inch lifts? Nope, no updates, same thing. I always hear when, I ask around some of these dealerships, I'm like, you hearing anything? All they hear is, oh, soon. Yeah, we're going to do that soon, as in there's no answer yet. So I'll let you know the minute I know, because that is a hot topic. Got to check out that Supersonic Red. So yes, this is a Platinum TRD Off-Road in Supersonic Red 2026. Now there's one main difference for 2026 on Platinum and 1794. Unfortunately, this one does not have that difference. But the difference is, on Platinum, you can now get the power side steps, power bed step, even when you get TRD Off-Road. That wasn't possible before this year. Rodeo, what's going on? Long time no talk, absolutely. Good to see you. Greg, good morning. This one has the Predator steps on it and a kick down bed step, as you will see momentarily here. But just keep that in mind. For 1794 in Platinum, you don't have to get the truck without TRD Off-Road now. If you have TRD Off-Road, you could still get power bed steps, power side step. They listened to that one. A lot of people complained about that. Did the 2026s get new different parts in the engine? Not publicly that I know. One thing you got to know about Toyota and pretty much all the brands out there, when they make moves, so if there's complaints about, engines going down or whatever, and I'm not just talking about Toyota, I'm talking about anyone, they'll correct it and not make a big to-do about it. There won't be a press release, because then, that would be a whole nother thing that they have to talk about and keep up with. So if there's any changes for 2026, they would just do it. So the recall was for 22, 23s, right? Some of them. And then there's been some failures in 24. And every once in a while, I'll hear a rumor on a message board of how they changed this and that. But from Toyota directly, have not heard anything. The last thing I heard about any engine-related stuff from Toyota was when they released the NHTSA report of what was going wrong for the 22, 23 Tundras. So, speculation's fun every once in a while, but when it comes to the engines, I don't really like to speculate. I like to wait for like hardcore 100% news, because that's one of those questions a lot of people ask. So I hope that kind of answered your question. I'm sorry I couldn't give you more of an answer, because there's just not anything out there as far as, a press release or something along those lines. I guess people don't really care about what, you know, is said on the internet and all that, because the sales are still very good for Toyota Tundra. Year to year, pretty much the best it's been. Anyone know if the Tough Skins lettering for the TRD stamps are good as OEM? I don't know if the Tough Skins are, but I bought my lettering. You're talking about the inlays that go in the Tundra. I bought mine on Amazon for like 20 bucks, and they're almost exactly the same as the OEM ones. So I'm sure they couldn't be that bad, because the OEM ones were like over $100 if I remember correctly, and then Amazon was 20, 25 bucks. And for the sake of YouTube, I'm like, let me get the cheap one, because getting the OEM one, you do that every once in a while, it's cool. But if you guys are looking to save a little money, I want to show you if it's worth buying or not. So real quick, 2026 SR5 TRD Off-Road, 2026 Platinum TRD Off-Road in Supersonic Red. By the way, they need more colors on the Tundra palette. It's just white, midnight black, gray, mag gray, silver. And then you can see this red from far away. Even if you look down at Tacoma, it's all gray, black, with a few reds and blues sprinkled in. We need more colors. That's why they should bring back things like Army Green. This one here is a 2025. And the way I can tell by walking up, there's always something every year I can look at. But you know, I can always look at something and say, oh yeah, I know what this is right away because of some kind of feature on it. The way I could tell things are 2026, they're starting to put the stickers on the back window for 2026. For 2025 and all the years prior, it was on the front window. So 2025, this one here is a 2025 as well, Platinum iForce Max, and 2025. Someone asked about, hold on, did they start the recall for reverse lights yet? Okay, so there wasn't an announcement for the remedy for that yet, but I'm starting to see the trucks that have been, even here, I already saw a couple that were sitting here during the reverse light recall, and at a couple other dealerships the last couple of weeks. So I'm thinking the remedy is available for the dealerships first, because now all of the trucks seem to be for sale again, and they're not hidden in the back of the lot. So it looks like the dealerships are dealing with the reverse light recall right now. And if that's the case, that means you guys, the owners, will be able to take care of that very, very soon. Is it for safer test drives? What do you mean by that? So when the truck was on the reverse light recall, if it, excuse me, I should say this, at the dealership, if a truck is on the reverse light recall, you can't even test drive it until the remedy is taken care of. Oh, the stickers. Yeah, that could be. A lot of people said that. I mentioned that last week when I was at Dell, saying like it's a pain when it's on the back window because the window is tinted. So for me to read the sticker to you, it's already hard enough. But when there's any kind of moisture, it's very tough. But, you know, that's just me complaining. But everyone was like, it's easier for test drives now. Okay, it took them that many years to change that. William, what's going on, buddy? I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well. Down in Tennessee, what is the temperature where everybody is at today? It's beautiful up here. It's like 65 degrees. If dealership walks were, you know, this temperature all the time, it'd be fantastic. There's a Land Cruiser down here. By the way, I'm saving a couple trucks in the front for tomorrow to show you. There's 3 up there. And figured we'd break it up a little. There's actually a used one I'm going to film when I'm done with this. I think you're really going to like that. 55 in Wyoming. Leroy, good morning. 55's nice. Hoodie and jeans, man. That's the way. So out of these, which one are you going to take home? We got the SR5 TRD Off-Road. We have the Platinum TRD Off-Road, SR5, Platinum, and TRD Off-Road SR5. Just so you guys know, we talked about this last week, but we'll talk about it often. New for 2026 on Tundra, all Tundras get the 32-gallon tank. So SR and SR5 no longer have the 22.5. And in SR5, you could get the 32-gallon tank before this year, but it was in the upper packages. So 32-gallon tank is on all Tundras for 2025. Limited gets leather trim seats instead of Softex, and so does SR5. When you used to option up SR5 to the SR5 Premium package and the TRD Off-Road Premium package, you would get Softex seats that were heated in the front. Now, if you do that, you're going to get leather trim seats that are heated in the front. Toyota didn't mention that. They mentioned it for Limited, but not SR5. So that, my friends, this is what's here. Make sure you go in the comments and let me know what you want. There's a nice one coming for tomorrow, and the used one I'm about to go film, you're really gonna like, so make sure you tune in tomorrow. The tank on the TRD Pro is 32 gallons. It's always been 32-gallon tank on TRD Pro. Unless you're talking about last generation, then it was a 38-gallon tank, 2016 and on, and in 2015 it was a 26-gallon tank. Don't ask me why I know that off the top of my head, but I do. I guess that's why I do this with you guys, because of the useless knowledge of Toyota Tundras that I possess. Twitter, I hope you guys have a great day. I almost right there said my ending I do in videos when I say Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, so I apologize for that. Apparently didn't have enough coffee today, but let me know which one out of these you guys are taking home, and tune in tomorrow for a few more Tundras from this lot. Koch 33 Toyota, Easton, Pennsylvania. They always have a good amount of everything. As you can see, it's a giant lot. They do a lot of builds and off-road stuff as well. So if you're in the area, make sure you check these guys out. They always have pretty decent discounts on their vehicles as well. Next time we come here, which I'm guessing will be like a month and a half, they're gonna have an army of Tundras here. We're still kind of weird in the area. I said in the beginning, we're starting to see 2026s come in, but not the full effect yet. Down in Texas, they're all over the place. As you move north, there's some, but not a lot. It'll be here before you know it. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, from Easton, Pennsylvania, God bless the troops and first responders. God bless each and every one of you. And of course, God bless the United States of America. Have a fantastic Sunday. Let's go Giants.